The masses do not understand infrastructure. What the masses understand is infrastomach. Oga Tinubu, please do something to our stomach. We are hungry. A hungry man is an angry man. We are hungry in Nigeria. Do something to our infrastomach. We do not understand all this economic language you are speaking. We do not understand infrastructure. What the masses understand is infrastomach. Africa is my fatherland. Africa is my fatherland. Nigeria is my country. Oh. Nigeria is my country. Oh. Sarah, what will be, I am Okobogun. Who God has blessed, no man can cause. Let the show continues on top Serere Werere and Werere Sere levels. Good evening this evening, wherever it is that you are listening from. My name is Abdullahi Mutiu, aka Emia Presenter, CSP Arrangement. Greeting Una, Nado, Una well done. We are here to discuss the Western influence on African countries, Western influence on African continent, Western influence on Nigeria, Western influence on you watching me, Western influence on your life, you watching me. How has Western influence cost you in your life? Let's take a look at this. Has Western influence contribute positively to Nigeria? Has Western influence contribute negatively to Nigeria? Has Western influence contribute positively to African continent as a whole? Has Western influence contribute negatively to Nigeria as a whole? How has Western influence, in fact, in the first place, why do they have to influence into our affairs? Why? The way God has created them, that same way God has created us. God has given us what they do not have. God has given them what we do not have. So, if you need to come into our life to get what you do not have, then it should be 50-50. It should be a win-win case. What you don't have is what you want. We give you what we don't have. You don't come and dominate. You don't come and tell us how to utilize natural resources given to us by the Almighty. That is greediness. That is greediness. If you call it imperialism, if you call it colonization or whatever English it is that you are giving it. But all I mean or all I know is it's greediness from the Western life. Now, we will be discussing positive impacts or positive effect that Western has given to our continent. We'll be discussing negative effect that from colonization to political whatever influence it is. You know, we'll only discuss small of the positive impacts. In fact, most of the positive effects it has on the continent is just because of their own interests. When we come to infrastructure, it's to their own benefits. When we come to hospitals, it's to their own benefits because most of these things are being imported from their country into our country. Now, look at France, for example. France do not have a drop of gold under their soil. They have the first largest gold reserve in their country. Where did they get it from? They come to Africa to exploit all these things from us and take it to them. We are talking of nuclear power. These people do not have any drop of things that produces nuclear. But they come to Africa and get it from us and they have a deposit of it in their own country. Let's come to Muammar Gaddafi of blessed memory. Any leader that from this continent that want to stand against the influence of Westerners, they will cook up stories, they will cook up news and kill that kind of leader. Muammar Gaddafi of Libya as a case study. When Muammar Gaddafi stood up that he wants to unite Africa, he wants Africa to be a nation that united Africa using the oil money to do all these things. These people came in, they poisoned their mind against him. How better has Libya been ever since they killed Gaddafi? People of Libya are now regretting. They are now regretting why they allowed the Westerners to poison their mind, to poison their hearts against their own Messiah. Muammar Gaddafi was the Messiah to Libya. Once you are 18, you are entitled to a house of your own as a Libyan. As a Libyan citizen, you have direct account that the government will be paying into as a derivative coming from what everybody enjoys as a citizen. Free education during Muammar Gaddafi. Free health system during Muammar Gaddafi. This is what we'll be discussing on this platform. So that our Nigerian guys, our Nigerian leaders will open their eyes. We will open our eyes. If these people have to remain on our soil, it should be a win-win thing. It should be what? A win-win thing. If you are standing for Africa, so that you and I and our great-great-grandchildren will not be suffering from the same thing you are suffering from. Please subscribe to this channel. Like and share so that it will reach more people. It's okay, it's all right. Based on what we are saying, I can say little about Babangida's regime, down to Sani Abacha, down to Salam Abubakar, down to transitioning to democracy. These people were not fighting for us. They are fighting for their pocket. They are fighting for them and their family. The infrastructure we have since colonization era is what they are painting around. I can categorically tell you that since the return of democracy, since 1999 up to date, Tinubu's administration has been doing wonderfully well infrastructurally, but they are failing woefully infrastructurally. If you go by that, the masses do not understand infrastructure. What the masses understand is infrastomach. Oga Tinubu, please do something to our stomach. We are hungry. A hungry man is an angry man. We are hungry in Nigeria. Do something to our infrastomach. We do not understand all this economic language you are speaking. We do not understand infrastructure. What the masses understand is infrastomach. What are you doing to this? Thank God you said it. That if you do not do well, if our electricity is not doing fine after 4 years, that we should not vote you in again. Nigerians are waiting for that. It's already after 2 years, almost 3 years now. It's 2 years gone already. More than half of your first tenure is gone already. Any sensible or every sensible Nigerian will not want another administration to come in after 4 years. Why? Because we understand the logic, we understand the process that any government that comes in will abandon whatever it is, whether good or bad it is that your own administration has been doing, and start another thing. We want you to continue from what you are doing now, but please leave infrastructure alone. Come back to infrastomach. This is what the masses understand. We understand our economic is growing, is bouncing back. Let me put it that way. But please, infrastructure is what we want, so that the poor man can go to market and buy rice conveniently. The poor man can go to market and feed his family easily. This is what we want. This insecurity, we know this insecurity is not from within. We know our war has cracked already, so the lizard from the Western world are the one causing all this insecurity. if there is no security brouhaha romancing our nation, we'll have time to build up everything against them. That is why we understand that it is not only in Nigeria, all the African continent, that is where we are having this insecurity. And the insecurity is not from within. We know it's coming from the Westerners. That is why we need to be discussing the effect of Western influence on our continent. The negative effect is more than the positive effect. Most of the positive effect it has on our continent is to their own benefits. We will discuss that later. On my next video, we will discuss the negative effect the Western influence has on our country. We will discuss the positive effect it has on our country. You will now see that the negative effect is more than the positive effect. They are interfering into our political system. For more video of this nature, please like, subscribe to my channel, and press the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video like this, you will receive a notification that I have dropped a video. Please go to the comment section and drop your opinion on our continent, on Africa, on Nigeria as a whole. What do you see to it? What is your own take on top as they go? Stay blessed, remain blessed. Shalom.